I planned our family vacation, hoping it would be a chance to bond with my husband and son. Instead, it led me to a betrayal that turned our perfect getaway into a nightmare. What happened there was something I'll never forget.
Family vacations are supposed to bring you closer together, right? At least, that's what I'd always believed. But this time, what started as a cherished family tradition became the worst time of my life. Being a working mom has never been easy, but I've always prided myself on finding the balance between career and family. My job keeps me so busy that I sometimes arrive home long after dinner has been eaten and the lights have been dimmed. Despite that, I've always ensured my family had everything they needed. My husband, Mark, also used to have a steady job, but things changed when he got laid off a couple of years ago. He picked up odd jobs here and there, contributing what he could, but the bulk of our household expenses landed squarely on my shoulders. Honestly, I didn't mind. That's what you do for your family, right? But lately, I'd started noticing the cracks. My job left me with less time to connect with Mark because he'd already be asleep by the time I got home, making me feel we were growing apart. However, I didn't think much about it. I thought we'd reconnect on our annual vacation. Our annual vacation is a tradition we've kept alive through the years. No matter how tough things got financially, we always set aside time to escape for a few days together. It was something I cherished because I saw it as a chance to reconnect as a family and make memories that would last a lifetime. This year, I wanted the trip to be extra special. Especially because lately, Mark had been struggling to find a decent job. I thought this would cheer him up. "We need this," I told Mark one evening after a particularly grueling day at work. "A few days away from everything, just the three of us. But I don't have a job, Anne." "No buts," I said. "I'll take care of everything. And I'm sure you'll land a job when you return from the trip with a fresh mind. Don't worry, okay?" "Okay," he smiled. "Thank you for all that you do for us. I'm sure Eric will love the trip too." Our son Eric is 20 and in college. Like most kids his age, he's absorbed in his world of parties, friends, and social media. But when I called him to share our vacation plans, he sounded genuinely excited. "Yeah, Mom, I'm in," he exclaimed. "Can't wait to spend time with you guys." It warmed my heart to hear that. A day later, though, Eric called me back with a request. "Mom, would it be okay if I brought my girlfriend along?" His girlfriend. That was news to me. I guess so," I said hesitantly. "What's her name?" "Jessica," he said. "She's great. You'll love her." I wasn't sure how I felt about the idea. Our vacations had always been just the three of us, and adding a new person, someone I'd never met, felt strange. But Eric seemed so excited, and I didn't want to dampen his enthusiasm. He told me he'd been seeing her for 3 months now. "All right," I said finally. "She's welcome to join us." As the trip approached, I threw myself into planning. I wanted everything to be perfect. Little did I know, this vacation wouldn't be about bonding or relaxation. It would turn out to be one of my worst nightmares. Jessica joined us at the airport, looking like she had just stepped out of a magazine. Her sleek outfit, perfectly styled hair, and radiant smile immediately caught everyone's attention, including Mark's. He seemed particularly charmed by her, pulling her suitcase and even complimenting her choice of shoes. I brushed it off as politeness. After all, she was Eric's girlfriend. What was there to worry about? At first, Jessica seemed nice, but soon little things started to feel weird. Over dinner on our first night, I thought I'd try bonding with her. "Jessica, have you had a chance to see Eric play basketball yet?" "Yes." Her eyes widened, and she hesitated before replying. "Basketball? We've never talked about that." My eyebrows shot up. Basketball had been Eric's passion for years. His social media was plastered with team photos and game highlights. How could his girlfriend of 3 months not know that? I glanced at Eric, who was busy texting and didn't notice. The next day, Eric suggested we all try jet skiing. His face lit up as he described how much fun it would be. But Jessica frowned. "I'm not really into water sports," she said. Wait, did Eric not know that already? thought. That's strange. At that point, Eric's excitement dimmed, but he quickly recovered and suggested we should go sightseeing instead. Later, while everyone relaxed by the pool, I overheard Jessica asking Eric about his major. Biology, right? She said with a giggle. I can't believe I keep forgetting that. My heart skipped a beat. What was going on here? This young woman who claimed to be my son's girlfriend had no idea about his passion for basketball. She didn't know his major. And she didn't even seem particularly interested in learning. And Eric? He was doting on her constantly, getting her drinks, carrying her bag, and even taking over the sun lounger she didn't like. Calm down, Colleen, I told myself. Don't overthink. Relationships are complicated, and maybe Jessica just needed more time to connect with Eric. Still, something didn't sit right. Midway through the trip, I was looking for sunscreen in Eric's suitcase when I stumbled upon a small velvet box. Curious, I opened it to find a stunning diamond necklace. It looked super expensive, and I couldn't believe my son had bought something so elegant for his girlfriend. How did Eric manage to save up for it? Thought. Later that evening, I brought it up casually. Eric, I found the necklace in your suitcase. I smiled. It's beautiful, and I'm sure Jessica's going to love it. He looked at me with wide eyes as if I'd said something I wasn't supposed to say. Yeah, he stammered. I've been saving for a while. I really liked it and I thought I'd get it for her. After all, she deserves it. That's amazing. I faked a smile. I'm so proud of you. I wasn't ready to believe that my son, a college student on a tight budget, could afford something so extravagant. I decided not to press him, but my gut told me there was more to this necklace than he was letting on. Jessica's indifference to Eric's life, her lack of genuine interest, and now this mystery necklace. Things weren't adding up. On the final morning of our trip, the hotel was quiet. Mark was having breakfast downstairs, and Eric and Jessica were lounging by the pool. I stayed in the suite, sipping coffee and trying not to overanalyze the situation. That's when Eric's phone, left charging on the counter, buzzed with a notification. It was a text. I glanced at it absent-mindedly, but my eyes widened when I read it. It read $500 to our deal. Thanks for covering up for me with the necklace. The sender, Mark, my husband. My stomach dropped as my mind tried to connect the dots. I immediately grabbed Eric's phone and entered the passcode. I knew it because I'd watched him unlock his phone once. I knew it wasn't right to invade his privacy, but something told me I had to see more. The message thread unraveled a web of betrayal I couldn't have imagined. Mark and Eric had been plotting for weeks, and Jessica wasn't Eric's girlfriend. She was Mark's mistress. Eric had been pretending to date her as a cover so Mark could bring her on the trip without arousing my suspicion. The deal they had struck involved money Mark had promised Eric in exchange for his silence. And the necklace. Mark had paid for it with my money. I stared at the screen as dozens of questions popped into my mind. How could Mark do this to me? And Eric? Why did he go along with it? They thought they could betray me like this. I was angry. I was heartbroken. But I knew I couldn't let this slide. That evening, I called everyone to dinner at the hotel's restaurant. I dressed carefully, choosing a nice dress and pairing it with the diamond necklace my husband had bought for his mistress. I wanted to look composed and strong, even if I felt like falling apart inside. When I walked into the restaurant, they turned to look at me. Jessica's eyes lit up, but her smile faded when she realized I was wearing her necklace. Mom, why are you wearing Jessica's necklace? Eric asked. That's her gift. Oh, really? Chuckled. That's odd. Because your dad bought it with my money. Mark's face turned pale. What are you talking about? He stammered. What? Stop pretending, Mark, I said, rolling my eyes. Then I turned to Jessica. I don't know what my husband has told you, but he's currently unemployed. He got laid off years ago, and since then, he's been struggling to find a decent job. But Shoo! Cut her off. Let me finish. You see, I've been paying for everything ever since he lost his job. Everything including this trip, the necklace, and even the money he promised Eric to play along with this charade. "Mom, I didn't mean to. Eric began. "I never thought my son could do something like this." I glanced at Eric as tears streamed down my cheeks. I had no idea I was paying my own son to lie to me. That was the last thing I said to the three of them. I stood up and walked back to my room. The next day I flew home alone. Eric and Mark kept calling me, but I refused to answer any of their calls. A week later I filed for divorce. Jessica vanished when she realized Mark had no money, leaving him humiliated and alone. As for Eric, we're working on rebuilding our relationship. He made a mistake, but he's still my son, and I'm hoping he won't do anything like this again. I guess he just wanted some money and didn't really care what his father wanted him to do. I pray he grows up and understands what Mark did that day was totally unacceptable. I hope Eric never follows in his father's footsteps. When Lexi overhears her husband and the neighbor's daughter discussing their affair, she doesn't cry or confront them. Instead, she plans. With a clever invitation and a jaw-dropping twist, she flips the script on their betrayal, serving up karma with a side of sass. Revenge has never been this satisfying.